Hey everyone, this is Sharon with DesignerDIY, and today I'm going to show you how I made this cute Easter bunny wreath. I am using a regular wreath form instead of an evergreen base. So I'm going to show you how to do that. First, you're going to start with two different 10-inch bolts of mesh, and I cut them into 1-yard pieces. This is a white border stripe. And I'm going to be ruffling the mesh. So you curl one end over and ruffle down the center, and then you curl the other end. And then pinch it in the middle. And we're going to add this right onto the back bigger ring. And then for my second mesh, I'm just using a white metallic. You could use two different colors, but I wanted a lot of white in this wreath. And this one's going to go right next to that last one, and I kind of make them bump into each other in the middle. That way they're coming up, it just helps make a full wreath. So I'm going to continue alternating between the two different types of mesh as I go around the back bigger ring, and then we are going to add some ribbon right on top of these groups of mesh. So I have two different sets of ribbon, and I cut them into 14-inch pieces. So I'm going to take one of each of the ribbons from the first grouping, make an X, I'm going to pinch it and just twist it right on. And then I usually try to angle them towards the outer edge of the wreath, and I fan them out so they're each showing. Now I'm going to grab two from the next group of ribbon, and I'm going to do the same thing. Twist them in, and then I kind of just slightly tug them so they're coming outward. Fan them out, and then I'm going to go back and grab from the first grouping again, and we are going to alternate all the way around until the back ring is filled with ribbon, and then we are going to move on to adding the mesh into the inner ring, and we're going to do it the same exact way we did the outer ring. All of the mesh and ribbon that I'm going to be using for this wreath you can get from our website. The link is in our bio. We carry mesh, ribbon, signs, picks. We have wreath kits, bow kits. Go check us out at shopdesignerdiy.com. I filled in the ring with mesh, so now I'm going to be adding the bunny. I also added pipe cleaner going across the center so I can tie him right in. I usually do that if I'm adding my object into the center of the wreath. It makes it easier. If you're not adding it right into the center, you can just twist it directly to the wreath form on like either side you choose. So I'm just going to anchor him in. I used a pipe cleaner and a floral pin with a little hot glue to attach in the bunny. Next step is going to be the bow. I'm using the Easy Bow Maker. Again, this is also available on our site. And I added a piece of wire first in between the pegs. Now I'm adding 4-inch ribbon, and I made the tail 20 inches, and that's right side up. And as you push it down, you twist it. So as you'll see with this loop, it's the wrong side showing, and then when I flip it over, it's the right side. I'm making these loops 7 inches. And as I slip it down, you twist, but on this last step I do not, because I'm just doing a little tail coming out the top and I need the right side facing up. So I'm just going to cut this. We're going to go on to the next ribbon. And again, I'm going to measure out the same length for the tail, 20 inches. And as I slip it down between the pegs, I'm going to twist. And then these loops we're going to make just slightly smaller than the previous layer. And then I'm just going to cut this tail, and then our third ribbon. It's this cute Easter bunny ribbon. Same length for the tail. These loops are going to be slightly smaller than the white ribbon. Once you have all your layers added on, I am going to use the wire that I had slipped on first to bring up and tie around the layers of the bow. The biggest thing when tying a knot with the wire is to make sure that you're tightening it down between the pegs so that you don't tie your bow to the bow maker. This wire again is also available on our website. So you just want to push down the center, get the center nice and tight, and then I bring the wire to the back and I do a good double knot. And I'm going to use this same wire to tie the bow directly onto the wreath. Now for this style of wreath, I made 2 exact bows, and one is going to be on top with the tail going down, and the other is going to be on the opposite side with the bow on the bottom with the tail going up. For the tails, I just bring them down. I find the peg that I want them to go to, and I kind of make that loop that size, and I'm going to twist it directly with into the pine of the wreath form. And you can dovetail your ends of your ribbon once you tie it in, so you know exactly how long you need them. Now once your bows are in place, I have 3 cut pieces of wired ribbon. I cut them into 12-inch pieces, and I'm going to be adding them in a couple places where there's like empty spots. You can cut as many as you want. I just did 2 little groups of ribbon. So I have 3 ribbons, 12 inches, and I'm just tying them into the wreath right here. And then I'm going to put one on the lower side of the wreath, just to kind of even it out and add some more color. I really want the bunny to pop. Next is the greenery and the florals. So I just trimmed them off the stem, and then you can either use a glue gun or a glue pot. You just want to add a good amount of glue to the end of the stem, and you're just going to start adding your greenery in everywhere. Wherever there's mesh showing and a blank spot, you add greenery, florals, whatever you want. Here is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial. I'm trying to make a pretty large variety of types and kind of show you my thought process behind it. Thanks for watching.